Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback.
Boy, stay getting hurt, man.
They
Fuck.
challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
At the 35, he's loose. Touchdown, Nittany
Loose.
Lions. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished that thing off in style with a 49-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On first down, here comes this offense. Give to the single back.
Good
And
tackle.
a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer, every week.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, Penn State is known for its defense, right? Tough, physical, they can stop the run, and they can get after the quarterback, and they do it from the linebacker position. You think about the legacy this school has had at that spot. This guy right here, he fits into exactly what they want a linebacker to be, and the ability to get after the QB is a big part of it.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Damn.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The give to the back. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Penn.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Looking for room. It's Riley. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that. We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Hard-hitting tackle.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy QB will look for early and often in this game.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 45. Hit the gas
He's
can.
getting walked down.
Open ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. With jet sweep pass.
Oh, bad stick work by me, though.
1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Get in there, 9.
Smashes ahead.
Get in there,
And
9.
to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Lindsey. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. That's reeled in. It's Williams. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The run from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Lindsey. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Fourth and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Try to barge their way in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to...
And he intercepts it. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's caught inside the 30. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. That completion delivers a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's Reynolds. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Concentration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. Touch pass on the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss.
You are one of my elite employees.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To the air, it's Mack. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Fires to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Now they'll try the right side. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. They'll leave it with him. And tackled there by the defense. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it, showing the arm strength to the left. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Throw it toward the end zone.
I need you to put a little
Picked
more
off
up on
at
that
the
bitch.
line. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught near the sticks. It's Riley. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Back to pass, it's Mack. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, looking to pass. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Wants to fire on second down. The quick out. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Trying to pound it in. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And on offense, this is four-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now. You're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a...
He wouldn't let me jump. Oh, my God, jump. I know where he's going.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've They've got to. That's now his third receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point in the season.
Damn.
He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. So they get it on the edge of the red zone and go 20 yards. Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense starts with a short field. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some... Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
2nd down coming up. The play action fake. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Handoff from the gun. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Adams. And he'll work his way on the return out to... Yard line before he stopped. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
How good have they recruited in the secondary defensively, right? We've seen guys flying around with speed. They're breaking on the ball. They've got hands. Multiple interceptions in this game. They almost got another one right there.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down.
42 Spider.
Looking to throw, it's Mack. And it's incomplete.
Trash.
There's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
Man, this defense takes tons of pride in their pass defense. They've got athletes on the back end that can break on the ball, and they've got hands, too. We've seen them pluck 3 picks already. They almost got another one there.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle, it's Adams. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here.
That was gone.
And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're testing the right side here. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Hand off from the shotgun. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown! Hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
So a drive there of 82 yards. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Past the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Shakes off the defender. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. They want to just keep throwing it. Quick completion on the out route. Strikes the blow. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man.
Throws toward the end zone. And here's the pick. And, oh,
I
did
did not
they need
that.
that right now. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception. Of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparked?
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the rim.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make
touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the punishment has been extended. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They'll throw it on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lindsey. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down leaves him in second and manageable.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's not afraid to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
That's caught. It's Williams.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he makes the grab at the 20. Touchdown time! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session.
He unleashes a long one. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Alabama!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Ready,
It's
set.
first down from the 11.
Down. Ready.
He wants to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Open space at the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.